You guys know the drill. Before we get into anything, make sure you are signed up to GBFC Selects. The link is in the description. There is £1,000 to be won today for the FA Cup Final against Leicester. All you got to do is answer 10 simple questions. There's also a prize draw, just £5 to enter. More information on the site. Got to be 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. Let's get in to this match preview for the FA Cup Final. Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Again, I can only apologise. I might actually have tonsillitis, which is an absolute nightmare. So I'm going to have to steamroll through this video, one take. And if I make any mistakes, I make mistakes. I'm just going to have to own up to them here today. But it is FA Cup Final day. Even though I don't sound like my crazy energetic self when we've got Southampton away and it's the biggest game of the season, this is a cup final. It's the FA Cup Final. It is a competition that I absolutely adore. I grew up watching the cup final with my family, whether it was Chelsea in the final or anybody else. It's a historic competition, one of the oldest footballing trophies in the world, and Chelsea have a chance to lift it today under Thomas Tuchel against Leicester City at Wembley Stadium. So, before we get into my lineup and how I think this game's going to go, I would love to ask you to subscribe to the George Benson football channel if you haven't already done so. Even if I have tonsillitis, I'm going to order some flipping new ones from I don't know where, Mars or somewhere, and put them in my flipping mouth, because I'm going to be making videos over the course of the next couple of weeks with two of the biggest weeks in Chelsea's history. One could say it's not an exaggeration. So, when we look at Leicester City this season, they have had a very good season. Brendan Rodgers has really solidified Leicester this year as a team who will be challenging for the top four places for quite some time. They've had breakthrough players come in, particularly defensive players. You've got James Justin. You've had other breakthrough players this season. You've had the incredible late season surge of Kelechi Iheanacho, formerly of Manchester City, who is now absolutely firing on all cylinders, where Jamie Vardy's kind of fallen and hasn't been scoring goals this season, towards the second half of the season, the way that he has been so prolific over the years. So Iheanacho coming in and doing such a great job at Leicester right now is the reason why they are still looking like one of the favourites to finish in the top four. Chelsea's awful performance against Arsenal, we don't want to focus on that too much today because this isn't about the Premier League, but it all kind of ties in. When I was looking at our form going into this game against Leicester, I'm like, there really isn't a better way to be approaching a final of an FA Cup game than to beat Real Madrid, to beat Manchester City. And then if you go and top that up with a big morale-boosting victory again against Arsenal in the week, we'd have seriously been licking our lips at the opportunity of playing against Leicester today. However, that defeat against Arsenal, I don't think it's going to be something that derails what has been an incredible couple of weeks of form for our Chelsea Football Club. So without any further ado, I'm going to start building my FA Cup Final team, and we begin with the man who we already know is confirmed in goal, Mr. Kepa Arrizabalaga, who was very unfortunate. I'm not going to lie. The game against Arsenal, the pass is poor. Zuma putting Jorginho in that position in the first place was poor. Kepa did well to keep it out, and then there's not much else he could do about the rest. So Kepa played that game against Arsenal. He started the game, Thomas Tuchel says, to prepare him for one of the biggest games in his Chelsea career today, which is being Chelsea's keeper in an FA Cup final against Leicester City. Kepa's in goal. We move into a centre-back three, and I've gone with Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva and Tony Rudiger. An incredibly experienced back line. There is part of me that thinks that we might see Azpi play on right wing back, Christensen on the right hand side of that back three. But I think in a game like this, you've got to have your captain. You've got to have the experience and the quality that is Thiago Silva and Rudiger, who I think has been absolutely magnificent throughout the majority of Thomas Tuchel's reign as Chelsea manager. Rudiger's been one of the exceptional players, and I think he deserves to start this one. For Christensen, even Zuma, Zuma wasn't great against Arsenal, but in an FA Cup final, some people just do have to miss out, and you cannot pick everybody. And as we get further up the field, you guys are going to see it is a bit of a struggle. But two positions for me that aren't quite so much of a struggle is the wing-backs, and I've gone with Reece James and Ben Chilwell. I actually saw, I can't remember who tweeted it now, but someone was talking about who the best finisher at Chelsea Football Club is. And they said it was Marcus Alonso. And I'm sat there and I really deliberated amongst myself. with this tweet, and I actually believe that Marcos Alonso could well be the best finisher at Chelsea Football Club. Please let me know what your thoughts are on that in the comments down below. For whatever reason, there was an idea flirting in my mind this morning when I woke up that maybe Marcos Alonso plays this game, but he's not going to play. Ben Chilwell is now the number one. He has made that position his own since he came off, didn't play very well against Wolves, came away, learned from Alonso, listened to what Tuchel needed him to do. And I think it's been a brilliant learning curve for Ben Chilwell this season to develop further, not just as a left back, but as a footballer. And he's doing very well now. Someone's calling me. Let me mute that phone while I finish this video. So, Chilwell is there. Reece James, you guys know that I absolutely love Reece James. He's come out in an interview before this FA Cup final saying it is his dream to play for his boyhood club in an FA Cup final. And I cannot wait to see these youngsters out on the field tonight. We move into a central midfield two, and this is a really tough one because Jorginho was very poor in the game against Arsenal in the week. He didn't play well at all. N'Golo Kante will be back and ready for this one. But even though Kovacic is back, Kovacic is fit, he's going to be in the squad ready to face Leicester today, with still so many massive matches coming up, I would go with Kante and Jorginho just in case there is any element of a rush to bring Kovacic back. I do not want to see him get injured again. With a Champions League final coming up, again, I still can't believe I have to pinch my face to actually remind myself it's real. A massive game still coming up in the Premier League. I think going with Kante and Jorginho, if we do need Kovacic and we need to open up that space a little bit more in the middle, then we bring Kova off the bench. He's not played for a while, and until that game against Arsenal, Jorginho has been absolutely brilliant. So Kante and Jorginho start there. We move into the front three. And again, this one for me is almost impossible to call. I have absolutely no idea what Tuchel's going to start with. However, I'll cut to the chase. I've gone with Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, and Timo Werner. And I think the one that I was really a little bit on the fence, umming and ahhing about, was Timo Werner. But then I'll give you my reasons and my rationale behind why Timo Werner, in my opinion, has to start this game. Speaking of strikers, look at Zola. Look at the size of this little rascal now. What's up, bro? Look at yourself in the camera. Gianfranco Zola, the one and only kitten who now climbs in trees. We've got a new gaff. So basically, Timo Werner, he's going to be a very important player for Chelsea today. The runs that Timo Werner makes in behind and the space that he opens up for players like Mason Mount, like Christian Pulisic. Look at him. It's like having a flipping monkey on your arm. Timo Werner's very important to this Chelsea team. Bro, just get on the table, yeah? Like, just relax, bro. Timo Werner, very important to this Chelsea team. Mason Mount belongs in cup finals. The kid is absolutely incredible. And Christian Pulisic could have been Ziyech because he scored the goal to get us here. Could have been Havertz because he's been in decent form. But I think Christian Pulisic is a match winner. Christian Pulisic is Chelsea's game changer. And I really believe that he will be the difference maker in Chelsea winning or not winning this FA Cup final today. Score predictions. I know that you guys are going to want a score prediction from me because this is a massive, massive game. I think Chelsea are going to lift the FA Cup today, and I pray that this holds out and I can still talk to you guys for 6 things we learned after the game. I'm going to say Chelsea 2, Leicester City 1, goals scored by Jorginho from the spot and Christian Pulisic to score the winner. That is my prediction. Please let me know yours in the comments down below, and if you haven't already signed up for GBFC Selects, the link is in the description. It's my free-to-play game. You can win up to £1,000 every single match that Chelsea play. One person wins unless you get the same points, then you have to share it. And there's also a prize draw that we currently have where it's £5 for a ticket and you can win yourself brand new Xboxes, Apple products, Chelsea shirts. It's looking pretty exciting over there. So make sure you get involved. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all after the cup final. Come on, you Blues.